I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh, man.
Right.
Anybody get between a 25 and a 20?
Me.
I got a 20.
You got a 20. What did Pierce get?
I got a 23.
What did Buka get?
22.
Oh, you guys rolled well.
Yeah, we did.
Hopefully we didn't waste it.
First to act is going to be Pierce, followed by Buka, followed by Val. It's literally just you three. You guys rolled super, super well. My people did not roll super, super well. But as that happens, so to kind of lay out the scene, so creating like northeast, southwest coordinates, towers to the north, you see that as that crack is starting to form and continued up, and especially from whatever hit it received from that blast, it seems to be ready to fall. And so, obviously there's people up there. And then in the back of the crowd, you did notice these three soldiers start swiping at them. And obviously people at this point, you start to hear like they're screaming as people are starting to run in all directions. But for Pierce, you already had Helena tell you, go handle it.
How far away am I from them?
They are probably about 30 feet away.
Okay, well, I'm going to use my full movement then to get to them.
Cool. And you already see some other guards have already come. You notice like one other guard has come and has started to get in combat with them.
Okay. In all, there was 3?
3 of them, yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to pick one that's not already in combat with the other guard, because that one's at least not hitting any patrons.
Yeah.
And I'd like to... I'm just going to go ahead and swing on him.
Yeah, go for it. Go ahead and take your swing.
13?
13 misses. First attack roll of the campaign, baby.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And it's a miss.
Yeah, I'm done then.
As you go and take your swipe, you see that he's able to, at the last minute, lift up his sword and is able to lock your blade. And as he looks at you, go ahead and make a perception check.
I swear, this is a good roll. Son of a bitch. 17.
Oh, that 17 is good.
He's just pissed that
I'm
he
just
sees
mad I
well, but it's
miss.
bad.
Okay. No, I was gonna say, as you go and look, you notice as he's blocking your blade, you notice that he has this black ring on his index finger. And as you look at the other 2 guards that seem to have just lost their mind or just seems to like start attacking people, you notice that they also have these black rings on them. But the guard that has come and kind of helped you out, it does not have one.
Okay, cool.
Buka, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Perception. Oh, that's awful. I got a 7.
7.
Mm-hmm.
As you're looking, you start to try to make yourself as small as possible as you start to hear the sound of combat and battle and screams as people are starting to get away. You hear you look up and you see bits of just the infrastructure of the tower itself falling. Mm-hmm. And you notice the larger chunks of the tower seem to be like falling off, and they seem to be landing near some families that were seated up front.
Oh, no. Okay. I'm going to... Perfect. How far away are the families from me?
You didn't go that far because you were right by the entrance. You only took a couple steps, so you wouldn't be. So you're probably only about 15 or 20 feet away from them.
Perfect. I'm going to run towards them and kind of shoo them away. I'm like, okay, everybody, nothing to see here. Let's just calmly make our way to the exits. And I'm ushering the families away.
Yeah, you start kind of guiding them towards one of the exits as you start to hear bits of stone are falling near you at this point.
Perfect. I would also like to, can I cast one of my spells on myself? I'm going to cast heroism on myself.
Yeah, I love it.
I am a security cat. A willing creature I touch is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, this creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to my spell casting ability modifier at the start of each of its turns. When the spell ends, the target loses any remaining temporary hit points from the spell. So at the start of my turns, okay, clarity. Does this stack, or is it just I have a maximum and then I regain a little bit up to that maximum?
For temp?
Yeah.
Temp does not stack.
Perfect. So my HP will go up to 27. And then at the start of each of my turns, I can then, if I lose any health, I can gain up to 3.
Yeah, it'll use up that temp first, and then you can re-get it again.
Perfect. Okay.
Very cool. And then I'm just gonna homebrew it because technically I think you have to. You can cast it on other people. but you are a willing creature, so
Hey,
I'm gonna allow it.
nice.
You start to feel like your heartbeat pounding, and you put your hand to your chest, and as you cast this, you start to feel still pretty quick because there's a lot of combat and a lot of movement happening, but you start to feel like your heartbeat go down to a somewhat normal rhythm and pace
Mhm.
as you are underneath a crumbling tower where one of your
Perfect.
friends is on top. Val, you are able to grab this bow. You look around. What would you like to do?
How far am I away from the 3 guards in the back?
Where you are, you're probably about 40 to 45 feet.
Okay, let's move closer. So how far could I get while still using an action? Or so I can still use an action. So like,
So, I mean, what's your, well, you have an extra 10 feet. So what's your movement
yeah,
with an
40
additional?
feet.
You can move 40 feet and what's the range on the bow?
150? And then it
Oh,
has like parentheses like 600.
oh, you can literally anything within 150, you can just roll normally.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so you don't even have to move if you don't want to.
I don't want to move. Let's just stay here. Can I cast Hail of Thorns?
Yes, you can. Go ahead and roll to see. So right now you see, so there's when all this commotion started happening, you saw that 3 guards had started attacking people. And then since then, 2 other guards have come in and seem to be like fighting them. Which one do you want to hit?
The middle one.
Middle one? Cool. The one that's not in
Yeah.
combat. Go ahead and attack or go ahead and roll to see if you hit.
Just a d20, right?
D20 plus whatever your plus is.
18.
18 definitely hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With my bow, because Hail of Thorns is for ranged weapons, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then that would hit the 2 on the side too, because they're within 5 feet
Ooh,
of them.
love it.
Nice.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your damage, and then we'll add Hail of Thorns right after that.
1d8 plus 4. Got it.
Nice.
This one, yeah, that
Yeah.
looks like a d8.
Hey, this is funny.
How do
Would
I
it also
know?
would it also hit Pierce or
Technically,
I
that'd
think
be
so.
funny.
Pierce is
Yeah.
there not. He's like, yeah.
Ah,
And the other guard that's in combat with the other bad
Yeah.
guard.
Well, all 3 guards would get hit.
You
but
know,
then-
I'm just hidden to hit.
Honestly,
It
yeah, it's gonna hit him.
would- a 10. So I got a 6 plus 4 would be a 10.
Go
Do they all take
ahead.
Well, no, Hail of Thorns is a separate damage.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so for Pierce, go ahead and roll me a DC 13 Dex saving throw.
Should have used Rage, trying to save it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got an 11.
Cool. So with Hail of Thorns, go ahead and roll a D10 for me.
Who, me?
Yep.
Okay. A 3.
A 3. And then what
Yeah.
did you roll off of the first time for the
A
damage?
10.
10 points of damage.
Yeah.
Cool. So that guy gets specifically 10 points of damage. Let me roll dex saves. The one on the left passes. The one that you aimed for does not pass. Oh, I'm rolling so badly. The one on the right does not pass. And then the guard that's helping Pierce does pass.
The good guard.
Yeah.
So then anyone that did succeed takes half damage. So they take 1 additional point of damage.
Okay. Sorry.
That's okay. It's only 3 damage for me.
Yeah. It's not fireball either. So
Very cool. Anything else? Any bonus actions from you?
I would be able to use my bow again, yeah?
Oh, you do have a
attack.
second attack, yeah.
Yeah.
As a blue stalker, yeah.
yeah.
The middle guard's still alive, yeah.
They're all still alive. No one-
Okay, cool. Let's just hit him with my bow like in his shoulder to like is he against the wall?
No, you guys are like in the courtyard right now.
Okay, yeah, just like to try to make him drop his weapon, like hit him in the shoulder.
Yeah, hell yeah. Go ahead and roll another D20 to see if you hit.
Lucky. I got a 2.
A 2 is gonna miss as the thorns start to like boom, sprout. So just kind of narrating what happens. You go and you shoot your bow, and it lands perfectly on the shoulder of this guy. And then from it, all of a sudden, you guys just see thorns start to sprout everywhere. And then some of the guards and Pierce get some of the briars stick to you, but you're able to move your hand out of the way so it doesn't like cause any serious damage. And as you go and take another shot, you see the guard sees what happens and ducks a little bit, and it just barely flies over his head.
I whiff. Dang.
But you hit once. That's all good. Cool. Any movement from you?
I'm in the corner, right, close to the
You are
tower.
your back is to the tower.
Let's move further away from the tower to avoid. Let's say like they're like 45 feet away from me, or
Yeah.
like the guards. Let's move like 20 feet away from the towers towards the center of the courtyard.
Cool. Sounds good. Also at initiative 20, that's going to be the lair action. You ended up moving, so you're fine. For Buka, go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw as
Okay.
parts of the tower are starting to fall down.
Perfect. Let's do a 19.
19 definitely passes. You are only going to take half damage as some of the structure is falling down around you. You're 2 points of damage
Perfect.
as you just get clipped kind of on the shoulder, but you're starting to hear screams from above as you look up and you see one of the attendants is barely hanging on. And then as you are unable to see what else is happening like on the platform.
Mhm. Yeah. I see somebody hanging off the edge. I'm like, okay, that's a long way down, buddy. I think you should probably take the stairs.
As all of that happens, you guys see another fireball go and hit the side of the tower again, and you see that it shakes. And as you guys look, you guys can, all three of you guys can roll perception checks for me.
25.
9.
Not
17.
20.
Not 20. Closer to like the back, you see that they've kind of been like positioned themselves close, a little bit further away from where those guards are, but kind of hiding behind a pillar. You see this man just like in a black shirt, black pants, you see has been casting like spells towards the tower. And then with that nat 20 perception check, you see that it looks like he's trying to like bring down like the building itself. And so that happens. You see that the guard next to Pierce is going to take a swipe at one of these guys. 16 to hit, which does hit. Oh, nice. 9 points of damage towards one of these other guys. At this point, they're locked in combat. And you see that this guard looks at you and just says, "We got to take him out. Are you like swinging? Are you friend or foe?"
Friend.
All right, let's take him out. And then you see he goes back to swinging at this guy. From the back, you see that Helena, I guess the people that have the best visual of this would probably be Buka and Val. You see that this blonde woman in plate mail looks up and you hear her shout out like, "Your Majesty, I'll be right there." And then you see that she starts booking it up the stairs, literally running into this collapsing tower. And so let's do that. As that's happening, cool. I need one of you guys to roll me a d4.
Oh no.
I can do it.
Do it.
I got a 3.
Which
three?
one of us is getting smacked right now?
Nope, no worries. And then
That's worse.
no, it's fine. It's fine. You guys are absolutely
Never
fine.
fine.
Very cool. One of the bandits is gonna take or one of these guards is gonna take a swipe at Pierce, and then the other one's gonna take a swipe at the guard that's helping you out. I'm assuming an 11 does not hit,
Yeah, that misses for sure.
and I'm assuming a 10. Well, really, really badly. I'm assuming a 10 does not hit.
misses.
You see that he goes and just says, as he swings, that you're able to like block both of them. He says, "This normally doesn't happen. This is embarrassing." As he's like trying to take swipes at you. And then the other guard is gonna take swipes at the guard that's been helping you out. It is 1 hit, 1 miss for 7 points of damage. As this young guard does get like swiped to the side, and you see blood is starting to like pour down. Like, so he doesn't look like he's down for the count, but you could tell blood, and he's been hit. Very cool. Next up, that is gonna be Weaver. You guys start to like, as all this commotion is happening, you hear Weaver's voice from upstairs on this platform that's falling. You see that you are able to hear her shouting some stuff. It's kind of hard to hear in the commotion. And then you see that, or you hear that she says, everybody get on. And you're unable to see exactly what's going on. That is going to be, it's gonna be one of the last guards. He's gonna take a swipe at the guard that's next to Pierce. That's another hit for another 7 points of damage. Very cool. With that, we are back at the top of the order. That's going to be Pierce, followed by Puka, followed by Val.
Nice.
Yeah. It's almost like we're back together again, even though none of, we still haven't.
You're
spoken.
hiding.
No,
Oh, wait,
I
no,
went to
you're
save
good.
some families.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm being a good flight attendant right now. I'm directing the escape. If you follow me, you have exits on both of the aft.
All right, I'm on this guard. I am going to enter rage.
Ooh, baby.
As I enter rage, I'm right-handed. Right, Pierce is right-handed, so my weapon is sheathed on my more like a swing across my body is like where the real power can come from. So I'm gonna step once back with my left leg and like really hard plant as I then swing in entering rage on this guard that's in front of me.
Yeah, take a swipe.
So dramatic. If I miss, I'm gonna be pissed. Thank God. 24.
Oh, definitely hits.
Perfect. Question: I've got 1d8 plus 3 or 1d10 plus 3.
You don't have a shield right now.
You could take a two-handed
Roasted.
because it's a versatile weapon. So
Is
the
that-
D10 is if you're using both. D8 is one-handed. D10 for 2.
Okay, that's what I thought. I only have one weapon right now, so I'll be two-handed. So.
Yeah, go for it.
Nice.
Freaking thick, dude.
Nice. Couldn't have done better. 13.
13. Love it. Hell yeah. What does it look like as we see Pierce go into rage for the first time?
I think like as he steps, like takes his left step back, he's like already in motion and he knows that this guy just like doesn't have any time to like really react. So he almost isn't even like looking anymore as he like kind of squats down and with both hands goes like almost straight up his left leg, trying to just like slice all the way from his left leg up to his face.
Love it. You see blood is just starting to like pour down his face and he like yells as like, what the? After I missed you, you hit me in the face? Any movement from Pierce? Or are you going to stay in combat?
No movement. I'm not going to leave, but I am going to use action surge so I can use an additional attack.
Ooh, baby. Go for it.
19?
19 hits.
Yeah, it does. Oh, not bad. I'm going to go 10 points of damage on that swing.
Okay. Don't make it sound like that was a little bit. Don't make it sound like. Next up is Buka with Val on deck.
For concentration rolls, do you want me to do that at the start of my turns or just every time I take damage?
Every time you take damage.
Perfect.
Go
So I
ahead,
already
go ahead and roll.
Oh, okay, roll.
Did you roll already?
Yeah. Well.
Oh, yeah, you're fine.
let's
What'd you
count
roll?
This roll, I also passed. It's a 13.
Yeah, you're fine.
Perfect. Okay, so I gain back the health that I lost.
Yes, you do.
Perfect. Okay. Are there any more families nearby? Or are they all running?
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Perception. Ooh, 23.
23. It looks like the families have started to kind of clear out. You can tell that there's obviously like fighting at this point starting to happen, but it looks like at least specifically within underneath this tower, like they seem like no one seems to be in danger of the building itself falling on them.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Sweet. I am caught between a rock and a hard place.
Literally.
I'm going to run towards. Oh no! I think Weaver is in good hands. I'm going to run towards one of the exits as well, but I'm going to run next to, basically by the soldiers that are fighting, and I can discern which ones are the bad guys, right?
You were looking kind of like in that direction as the fighting was happening. It seems like it's literally like kind of one side against the other.
Yeah.
You see a side that has 3 soldiers there, and it
Mhm.
seems like these were the ones that started the conflict.
Started conflict. Perfect. But there are soldiers on both sides that look like they're from the castle. Or
Correct.
from the keep. Perfect. I'm gonna run by. I'm gonna run by one of them, and the one that looks really hurt, the one that Pierce almost turned into Two-Face. I'm going
Yeah.
to run by him and yell over his shoulder, "Dude, I didn't know they were giving free makeovers at the barracks." And I'm
They're
gonna use
not.
I'm gonna use dissonant whispers.
You see, he like looks like they're not. What? What does dissonant whispers do?
Man, dissonant whispers is I whisper a discordant melody. I'm just gonna say that I said something
Yeah, that's fine.
that only one creature of your choice within range can hear, racking it with terrible pain. The targets must make a wisdom saving throw, and on a failed save takes 3d6 psychic damage and must
Ooh.
Immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
Ooh, very cool. What's the DC?
Wisdom DC 13.
Not very wise, and they rolled a 5.
Okay. 3d6 of psychic damage. And that's a 5. And that's a 2, 7 plus 3, 10 points of damage.
Ooh, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
You could tell as blood is starting to slowly drip down his ears as well as his face. You see, he's like, my face, my ears, what's happening? As he's just being bombarded with mean sayings and a sword to the face.
Yeah, he's being bullied. If he has a reaction available, he has to move away from me.
How many feet?
Move as far as its speed allows away from us.
Does it? Yeah, it's just him moving. I will say that Pierce, you can get an attack of opportunity on him as he starts to run away.
No.
He like somebody like runs past you and just says this mean thing about makeovers, and you see he clutches his ears and he starts to run away.
Attack of opportunity. I don't think I've ever done one of these. Same. Roll d20 and
Yep, just rolls to attack.
15.
15 hits. 15 just hits.
Thank God. It's like my 13 didn't. So nice. Another 13 for damage.
How much is that? No, another 13.
Yeah.
That is. Hold on, I gotta do some math. I have a calculator now, so it's great. He's looking messed up. He's looking like he is on death's door at this point. As you see, he turns to you, and you're able to just like swipe at his side, and it's like a deep gash, and he like yelps in pain, but he starts to like run in the other direction away from you.
Nice.
Beautiful. Anything else from Buka?
I think I'm gonna I'm gonna take like 5 steps away. Or actually, was I 30 feet away from the group and then I used up all my movement to get there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Sweet. I'm just gonna go ooh as I see him pouring blood all over the cobblestone.
As this is happening, Pierce, go ahead and give me another perception check.
Did they meet?
13.
13. You see that a guard has gotten close to you. He's like this like taller guard, probably a little bit just taller than you, that has like this helm on. It's kind of hard to see. You see like a big beard, it seems like, but you see like he's the one that whispered the makeover comment. And then after that comment was made, that's when the guard in front of you or the soldier in front of you kind of ran away.
He just kept going.
Yeah. But yeah, at this point, he's probably 5-10 feet away from you.
I don't think I would react much. I think it would just be, at least in the moment, with guards still in front of me that are being controlled. My focus would be on that.
Cool.
Just another good guard, essentially, is all I'm gonna register.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Buka goes and gives me a thumbs up. Weapon still not drawn.
You see the guard that was helping Pierce out goes up. Thanks, man. Real solid guy. Gives you a thumbs up. As he's in Mortal Kombat.
Mid combat.
Beautiful. Val, that is going to be you.
So I still have do I have to roll for concentration or no? Since
No,
Halo
not
okay,
not
cool.
unless you take damage.
Oh, okay, cool. How far am I from this man in black?
You are probably because you moved. You're probably about 25, 30 feet away.
Is he? But he's behind a pillar, yeah.
Yes.
Can I rotate so I see him so that his back is?
Yeah, he's not like fully out. He's not fully behind the pillar,
Uh-huh.
but you could tell he's using it as like some level of cover.
Use my bow and shoot at him.
Whatever you roll, +8.
25 for my PC.
Yeah, dude, it hits. I don't know what you want me to say.
These digital rolls are kind of fun.
Yeah, because you get to see.
Even with partial cover, adding to his AC, it's a moment where it's like a perfect like curving of the bow or a curving of the arrow as it just like whoom, and it just stunks. Go ahead and roll damage. Go ahead and roll a D8 +4.
Wow.
Wow.
I like the digital rolls.
Yeah, dude.
Man.
It hits
like
him.
it.
I don't know what you want me to say.
Yeah.
It hits him.
She pulls a wanted curve the bullet as she's running. She just sweeps her arms across, lets go of the arrow, and it just wiggles around the post. And
I get to shoot again, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
15 DC.
15 misses.
Dang, that's okay.
But I believe because Hail of Thorns, it's concentration. Next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack before the spell ends, the spell creates a rain of thorns that sprout from the ranged weapon. It's a minute, so it's 10 rounds of combat, and you haven't lost concentration. Go ahead and roll for that first attack. Go ahead and roll a d10.
Okay.
Whoa.
The spaceship one.
Is it
Ooh,
every attack?
I'm reading it right now. It literally says the next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack before the spell ends, the spell creates a rain of thorns that sprout from your ranged weapon or ammunition.
8. Got an 8.
That's
Yeah.
OP.
Yeah. So it's just an added d10, but I'm like, that's an extra possible 10 points of damage.
That's a whole
Yeah.
D10.
So I did 20 damage then, yeah?
You hit a 10?
No. From the 12
No, I
plus
hit
the
a
8.
6.
Oh, plus 8. Okay. That's still, yeah, that's awesome. As like more thorns start to like sprout from that area. Second attack hits. Any movement from Val.
Maybe just shouting, hey, what are you doing? Stop that.
As he's hiding, he's like, what do you mean? You don't see me. Ow. As the arrow just like clocks him in the shoulder. And like has like thorns have fully sprouted around his body. Beautiful. That is going to be the lair action. You guys see that the tower is continuing to crumble. Go ahead and somebody roll me a d4, please.
My turn. 2.
2. Perfect.
Yeah.
What does it mean? What does it mean?
As
Tell me what a 2 means.
cool. As all this is happening, as I'm
No.
having you roll this, you look up and you see like the infrastructure of the tower itself is looking like extremely precarious. You feel like it only has so much time before it fully collapses.
I don't want to roll this. I don't want to roll the D4 next time.
No,
Somebody
it's
else-
fine.
I'll
Somebody
do
else
it.
roll it. Okay.
Yeah. I'll say because where Pierce and Buka are, or actually no, because Pierce, your back would be to it. Buka, go ahead and roll me a perception check. Because now that you've stepped away from the tower and you've used your movement, you have kind of a better angle to what the platform at the top of the tower looks like.
16.
16. You see as the infrastructure of like the base of the tower is starting to like crumble a little bit, and you notice more cracks in the foundation of itself, your eyes immediately go up and you notice that Weaver's staff, like the very end of it, there's like these encrusted gems along it. You notice these encrusted gems on it that have kind of glowed a little bit. And you notice that she's like helping her parents on, she's like helping them up and they're literally like stepping on air.
Oh, nice.
So it's crumbling, but you see that she's actively
Mhm,
doing
mhm.
something.
Yeah. Buka says out loud, whoa, that's cool.
Pierce, you're like, you hear him just say that. And the other guard goes, you're cool. Thanks, man.
I have
He looks at you like flashes you a smile, like, you've been a big help today, man. I appreciate it. With that in mind, that is going to be this magic user. After being hit, he did not like that. He is going to cast. He's not happy with you, Val.
Stop it. Get some help.
He is going to cast. He's going to cast Ice Storm.
No.
A hail of rock hard ice pounds on the ground in a 20-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered at a point. Go ahead and make a dex saving throw for me. So go ahead and roll a d20, and then you add a +6 to your dex save.
Okay.
A 20-foot radius cylinder.
It's a 4th level spell slot.
I got a
Dear
nat 1.
Lord. Oh no.
What'd you get?
A nat 1.
That's okay. That's okay. That's
no,
no.
it's
No, it's fine.
no.
No, it's fine.
That's
I
so
don't
low.
mind.
Val,
Just-
nice.
Hey, no, it's fine. We'll reroll your character. It's cool. No, it's fine.
Let's go.
Right.
Do I have anything? I don't think I do.
No, it's fine. They're gonna be fine. I don't know what you guys are concerned about.
Yeah, I'm not
Hey,
concerned at all.
you remember what I did before? It was just a joke. I just wanted to get your attention and have a nice conversation.
You take. I didn't roll that great. You take 16 points of damage, or sorry, 17 points of damage, as this literally like sleet and hail starts to pound at you, and everything around you becomes difficult terrain as everything becomes fully frosted over.
Huh.
How's Val looking?
She's sad. She's alive though.
He's sad. Roll for depression, please.
Hey, you know what? That's real.
I got a 9
Roll.
on the brush.
roll again for seasonal affect disorder. It's hailing
Uh.
now. It
Yeah.
used to be sunny
Now,
outside.
now that it's cold and snowing in the middle of this spring day, it's seasonal depression time. Yay!
But don't I like that? Because that's like where the academy is. So
You
like,
you are
Oh, okay,
so
so
as the frigidness takes over your body and you feel your body temperature go down, kind of feel it almost feels like home.
kind of nice. It's
yeah.
like the love that my parents never gave me.
It feels exactly like the love your parents gave you. Cold, painful.
Tall and 20 feet wide.
That's so funny. Cool. That is gonna be the very kind guard that's been helping Pierce out. He's gonna take his hits. He hits both times. Very cool. He is gonna roll damage. 5 points of damage for the first one. 4 points of damage for the second one. For 9 points. Hey, he's doing the thing.
He's doing it.
He's following suit.
Very cool. Next up in the initiative order, it's gonna be Helena. At this point, you start to hear her voice from like the top of the tower itself. She's using full like dash movements and dash actions at this point. And you see that she's like helping people because it's specifically like the tower itself looks pretty like unstable, but it's like the platform itself that is kind of jutted out of the tower that seems like in the most precarious position, at least right away. And you see that she's pulling people like inside the tower and she's using like full actions just to like help people out. But I'm gonna say that yeah, she'll use up just because she's gonna want to get people into safety for that. Very cool. One of these guys is gonna take a swipe at the guard that's helping Pierce. It's cocked. A hit and a miss for 3 points of damage. Barely swings and swipes and just says, "Quit smiling at everybody," and just takes a swipe. He's looking her, but he's not quite down yet. And then the other soldier is gonna take 2 hits. That one hurts a little bit more. Ooh. First hit, 9 points of damage. Second, 10 points of damage. As you see Pierce, like the guy next to you, he's still smiling, but a lot of blood is starting to like form everywhere. And he just looks at you, he's like, "It's gonna be okay, man. We got this." Very like optimistic as he's just getting beat up. And you see one of the bandits is just like swiping at him. It just says, "Why won't you stop smiling?" As they're just trying to like break this very optimistic man.
They're both going for him.
Well, because at that point too, like he was already in combat with them when you got there. So
Yeah.
very cool. Next up is Weaver. Weaver is going to use, as her parents are kind of like safely put, like as they're like stepping on air, she starts moving towards like the door and uses her movement as her parents are on Tensor's floating disc.
Nice.
And so they don't have to worry about the difficult terrain part of it. As you see that Weaver, like it's kind of hard to see as you guys are locked kind of in your own bits of combat. But Weaver starts to kind of like half run, half climb on this collapsing platform. And then you see that she uses her full movement and just like fully like dives into the tower itself. And it seems like everybody from the top has been, as far as you guys can see, like they're in the tower. So the platform itself is looks like it's about to fall, but you can tell that they at least have some time before the full tower itself seems to collapse. Very cool. As that's happening on the ground level, Val, you see coming from behind one of the pillars, you see Gilmore dressed like in his full black, similar to what he was wearing like the night of the event, like a little bit more formal wear for this one. You see he goes and he has kind of like a ceremonial sword at his side, and you see that he pulls it out and takes a swipe at the mage that attacked you. And he rolls that. Cool. But you see that he looks at him, and at this point, that magic user isn't down for the count yet. But you see that like he seems to have taken like a pretty big hit from him, and then he makes eye contact with you, and then kind of almost does like a salute with the sword, and then is gonna continue like being in combat with that guy.
Okay.
This guy is gonna take swipe at Pierce. Does 8 doesn't hit. Does a 16 hit?
Nope.
You and your armor. This guy cannot hit you. You're constantly just like in locked blades. Or actually, no, he had to use his full movement. He's not even in melee with you.
Oh, right. From the
Yeah, from Dissonant Whispers. Does
Does
he
he-
have to
does he
continue
double
using his
count?
movement?
I think no, it's just until the end. Let me double check. I believe it's just until the end of, or to use the.
Because we went back to your
Yeah.
turn. No,
It's they just have to use the reaction on a failed save. If available, immediately use this reaction to move as far as the speed away. Does not go into obviously dangerous ground.
Cool. Yeah. So he used his
Doesn't
reaction.
say. Yeah. So I'm assuming it once that it's over. So he could come back if he wants. If he wants some of this smoke, he can use his entire movement.
I'm gonna say that he will use his full movement.
Yeah.
And he isn't able to quite reach, but he is headed towards Buka at this point.
Ah, shit.
So he's still about 5 feet away. So you see him like this is all like happening in like slow-mo time, and he's just sword up and he's like, I'm gonna get you as he's headed towards you.
Perfect.
We are back towards the top of the initiative. That is gonna be Pierce, followed by Buka.
Well, I guess the one that I was mainly fighting ran away. So
yeah, well, at this point he kind of like ran away from you, has run in front of you, but he like ran past you because he's running towards that guard that said some mean things about him.
Got it.
So much movement.
Yeah.
He's confused.
I mean, he's looking pretty hurt. I think that guard can handle him. I'm gonna help out the dude to my right. That's
the guard hasn't pulled his weapon yet. The guard is just
he looks real brave though.
He's gonna help. He's gonna help him out. Because
does guard have a weapon?
Pierce is just a stand-up guy.
And you're running towards the tower.
You believe in people. You believe in the best of people. Yeah.
And you're running towards the tower, so you must have some kind of courage and bravery.
Yeah, Buka has his weapon.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna, I guess, turning to these other guards that were fighting the guard that was helping me, whichever one's closest to me. I'm gonna swing at.
Roll and see if you hit.
14.
14, miss it. Let's see. Hold on, because one of these guys has.
Son of a bitch.
one of them's a little bit weaker than the other ones.
I mean, yeah. The one that's closest to you is the one that the arrow hit before. He does have a DC or AC of 15, unfortunately. You go. But at this point, like in swinging at him and him blocking, his attention has gone from that guard to you now.
Can I unarmed strike as a bonus action or no? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it'll be I'm doing that.
I mean, it's not a whole lot of damage, but hey, it's damage.
Yeah, go for it.
If I hit. Well, I'm gonna try to punch him.
Yeah, go for it.
13.
13 does not hit. You go and hit like just straight armor, but you don't like lock your like your hand properly enough, and it just like as it just you gotta keep that fist tight, you know.
As I do that, I'm gonna kind of shrug a little bit and be like, "Well, now I got your attention."
Yeah. So you see his attention's to you, and just says, "Now you have my full undivided attention."
Yeah, that's what I just said.
No, that's what I said. That is going to be Buka, followed by Val.
Buka sees the soldier from the Coronation leave the combat that we were just in together. I thought we were almost teammates, but I guess with a boost in courage, Buka's going to draw his rapier.
Yeah. Yeah. So you have that one that you did the dissonant whispers on has started to run towards you again.
Perfect. He's running towards me. Would he be in between me and the other guard?
Yeah, like this, so the combat that's happening, because then now 2-on-2 would be directly behind him. Yeah.
Okay, so I have to go through him. Perfect. I'm gonna draw my sword out, and I'm going to. Oh gosh, I'm going to do
Dora.
Dora.
Do you see the tower falling down?
Yeah. Can you say run? I'm going to.
Can you say
draw
infrastructure damage?
I'm gonna draw my rapier and I'm gonna lunge at him, I think.
Yeah, go ahead and take a swipe. As you pull out your rapier, because it is in the sheath of the wood, right?
Yep.
As you pull it out, it makes almost like this like whistling sound that it goes from almost like sharp wind to like almost like a flute instrument, as it just makes this beautiful sound as you pull out your rapier.
Yeah. And with that, I'm inspired to lunge forward at this guard. And I roll a 2.
You get so distracted by the sound of it that you're like, what a beautiful sound. oh, swing. And then you like overextend a little bit too much. And he's just like, what the hell? And he just
Oh
fully
no.
blocks.
Oh no. What do I do now? Bonus action, bonus action, bonus action. I'm going to, as a bonus action, I'm going to yell at the soldier from the coronation and say, "Hey, even though you left, I still appreciate you believing in me." But I say it in my gruff voice. I appreciate you believing in me. Go get him. And I'm going to give him some bardic inspiration.
Right on.
Yeah.
Your next roll, you roll yours is a D6 right now, right?
D6 right now, yeah.
Very cool. Any movement from Buka? At this point, you are within melee of this guy.
Yeah, I'm a stay. Yeah,
You take a
I'm gonna stay.
stance. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. Val, you are up.
So I'm in the middle of this ice thing now, yeah?
Yes, this is correct.
How large is it?
You know, that's a good question. It is.
It's 20 by 20, right?
It's a 20-foot radius.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
20 foot radius.
And trying to walk out of that or get out of that would that like decrease my walking speed? I
It cuts it in
assume.
half. Yeah.
Okay, so I can get out of it or to the edge of it since I'm at
It-
40.
It would use up your full movement, but you're able to like get out of
Okay.
that terrain.
And I can do an action after that, yeah? Or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
Yeah, so
walk
you
to the
start doing
edge of to the southeast.
Perfect. I will say though, like if you're going that angle, the pillar is blocking Gilmore and this figure.
Let's just go east then.
Cool.
Go towards the damage. And then I'll shoot at him with my bow.
Yeah, go for it. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah, 27.
Yeah, dude. It hits.
But it's only 5 damage.
Hey, that's 5.
Do I get another attack?
Believe so.
So I did read it again, and I'm not sure if it says on her first at the start of your first turn of each combat. So would that be like a series of combat on her first turn? She gets an additional attack.
It would just then it would be that first one then.
Okay, so then no additional attack. And I'm like, I didn't appreciate the ice.
And it just says as he literally is being like struck down from the other side. Sorry, I don't. And then goes back to dealing with Gilmore. Very cool. You're not in proximity. Go ahead and roll me a D4.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you know right now. You don't want a 3 or a 4.
What
It's-
is it? What is it?
You hear like the sound of like stones start to fall, and you look up and you know that the platform is gonna fall at any second now. And then you are still kind of within range of that just because it is such a large platform. But you have your turn before we get to that action. So, and at that point you'll be out of the difficult terrain part of it. You see that mage is going to cast. He's going to cast Magic Missile.
Oh, rude.
Ooh.
I'm going to say 2 of them at Gilmore and then 1 of them towards you. So these are automatic hits. Okay. The one towards Gilmore, it's 1 damage, 4 damage. And then the one towards Val, you take 2 points of damage.
Okay. Great.
How are you looking?
Alive.
Yeah. Also, I will say, because I know we just left your turn, you do have a. Oh no, but you use your action when you hit. For your next turn, I will also say that you do have a cure wounds that you could use on yourself.
Good to know.
Hey, just say no. I got you. But it is an action, so just as a heads up.
Okay.
Very cool. That is going to be the guard that is looking very hurt right now. But he only has 1 guy to deal with now, so that's kind of nice. 15 plus whatever hits, and then 14 plus whatever hits. So he is going to roll damage. Ooh, good on you, man. 10 points of damage, 5 points of damage. So he rolls 15 points of damage towards one of these guards, and that guard is starting to look hurt.
Nice.
At this point, Helena's still in the tower, so you guys are unsure what's going on in there. But then one of these guys is going to take a swipe at that guard. Both misses. And then the other one's going to take swipes at Pierce. 18 to hit and a 17 to hit.
They both hit me.
Both hit. Cool. First attack, you take 5 points of damage, followed by 6 points of damage. So 11 total.
Sick.
As he says, so like I said, you have my full undivided attention. No, I don't know if you heard me. You have my full undivided attention now.
I know. You swung your sword at me, so
Hey, I got you. And then we're gonna move on to Weaver. Same thing is inside the tower. You guys are unsure what's going on. Gilmore is gonna cast. He's gonna cast Witch Bolt. A 19 to hit definitely hits this guy because he's just a little magic user. And then that is gonna be, oh baby, that's gonna be 5d12.
What?
It's Witch Bolt. It's a strong spell.
No.
Fully murders this man. Val, you are the only one who sees this for 42 points of damage. I rolled really well.
That's so good.
It was like a 12, a 10, a 10, an 8, and like a 6 or whatever it was. But 42 points of damage. You see this like arcane blue like electricity start to like sprout from his fingertips. And I mean, he's so close in proximity. He puts his hand on this guy's shoulder and just says, go to bed. And you almost see the outline of his skeleton for like a second, and this guy just fully collapses. The magic user is out of combat.
No.
Yeah, that's for the ice storm, bitch.
Do we all hear that epic line of "go to bed," or no?
I think only Val hears this one.
Damn it!
Yeah, because at this point Val's like 20 feet away. So
Go to bed.
that is Gilmore. Cool. This guy's gonna take a swing at Buka.
No.
You said some really mean things to me, and I didn't appreciate it.
That wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Are you making your voice deeper?
The other guy. Didn't it sound different?
I can tell you're doing
You
a Batman.
can't. You can't.
You're doing a Batman thing. You're doing a Batman thing. A 9 to hit and then a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
All right, we got one hit in this bad boy. You get hit for 8 points of slashing damage as you finally have his undivided attention.
Dang it! I didn't ask for this.
That is going to be Pierce, followed by Buka.
Cool. I got a nat 20 on my concentration.
Perfect. You maintain concentration.
So concentrated.
I'm so concentrated. I'm locked in, dog.
You're so locked in. Pierce, what you got?
It's my turn again already. That's crazy. First question. Yeah, I forgot about this, but all swords are slashing damage, correct?
Yes.
I am in rage, so the slashing damage that he did against me is halved.
Ooh, you take 5 points of damage total from the earlier that hit because it was 11 damage.
Hell yeah. Cool. I'm gonna swing back. Hopefully I'm gonna hit him. 16?
16 hits.
Okay, that's right, because this guy's 15, not 14.
Sorry.
For 12. No, 11. 11 damage.
Oh. Damage?
Yeah, but okay. I thought you were like to hit. I was like, you have bodic inspiration.
Just kidding. I forgot to my rage damage this whole time. 13.
13 points of damage.
Yeah.
Go ahead. We'll add on an additional
It's just 2 per attack.
2 per attack. Okay, cool. So 13 damage. Got you. He is looking hurt. Not quite down yet, but you could tell some serious damage, partially from the arrow wound from earlier, as well as like the slash you just took at him. Let me do some quick math because I have a calculator now.
2 plus 2, that's 4. Minus 1, that's 3. Quick math.
Quick math. Cool. He is looking hurt. Anything else from Pierce?
I mean, I'm gonna on strike him. I'm gonna try to hit him again.
Yeah, go ahead and swing or roll to see if you hit.
Ooh, 17.
17 hits. That's what, 4 damage?
Yeah.
I know your strength modifiers, okay? Very cool. That is gonna be Buka followed by just with a fist. Yeah! Go to you go to bed.
Man, it's my turn.
It show is.
And this guy is just still bleeding down his face.
So
staring at me.
he's so hurt. He
Yeah.
is so hurt.
I would love to also take a note from this kind soldier from the Coronation. And I would love to say that I would want to attack him with my claws, but I have a +0. And my damage would be a D4 -2. So I'm going to swing my sheath around so it whistles.
Love it.
And hopefully that distracts him enough to let me hit him. I'm gonna poke at him with my rapier.
Do it.
Put him down.
23.
23 hits.
Nice. D8 plus 5 for the rapier. Ooh, that's 13.
Nice.
Wow, what does it look like as you take this guy out?
Yeah, I hold my sheath as I whistle it around and swing it in front of his face, and for a second, the wind plus the sound kind of discombobulates him, and I poke him in the throat.
I don't know why that one bothered me more than like I cut his guts open. Like I don't know why just like the throat made me so much more uncomfortable than that.
I feint with the sheath, and his eyes drift up for a second, and I go right into his throat. And luckily, I'm drunk on heroism, and Buka is not phased. But if I was not, I would barf.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Beautiful. Cool. Any movement or bonus actions from Buka?
Buka's gonna saunter over towards the other two soldiers and just kind of like, I think he's just gonna stand behind them, and he's just gonna stand behind them and put his he's gonna whisper into which one looks more hurt.
The one that's not Pierce.
The one that's not Pierce. I'm gonna.
I don't know how else to describe it to you without being like the one that you didn't see ever until the fight happened.
The one in keep armor, not soldier armor.
Yeah,
I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna whisper in his ear. I'm gonna say, "You're doing great," and I'm gonna heal him for 1d4 plus 3.
Go ahead and roll.
I heal him for 4.
No, he appreciates that. He was looking hurt.
Yeah.
I want to appreciate health.
He looks at you. Thumbs up. Thanks, man. You're a real hero.
This guy's so positive.
You guys, he looks around. We got this.
We're doing great. What is your morning routine?
3 jogs.
Starts off.
Do you go for a run?
I go for 3 runs. I typically go for a run 5 a.m. quick mile, go home, sleep, wake up 5:30 after my 20-minute power nap, another mile, go home, sleep, and then after that 3rd run, just an ice plunge, and then my overnight oats.
And as you're eating your overnight oats, how many affirmations do you say to yourself?
I have my daily affirmations and I have my morning notes. So
perfect. Amazing.
Yeah, iconic. Beautiful. We are gonna do Val, you are up.
I think I'm going to limp far away. Wait, no, Gilmore's next to me, right?
He's 20 feet away from me. He's closer to those pillars.
Okay, before I start limping. That was hard. Pretty sick.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Glad you're doing business with my parents. And then I'll limp.
Yeah, as you're walking away, he looks at you. He's like, "Are you okay?"
No.
He just looks. Oh, she's not okay.
I'm gonna limp as far as I can to the. Where are they fighting? In the south? I'll limp to the south as far as I can, and then cast or just heal my wounds.
Yeah. At that point too, if you want to start heading, because you do have the bow, so you don't necessarily have to be like that close to them.
Okay.
So you can do like almost like this time you could do like a southeast approach.
Southeast, away from the tower.
Yeah. So you use your 40 feet of movement. For your health, stuff. Go ahead and roll. So just mark obviously your spell slot, but go ahead and roll 1d8 plus 3.
10.
10. Go ahead and mark 10 points of healing for yourself.
I was at 6 out of 25.
Ooh.
LOL.
That's a good chunk.
Yeah, magic users low AC, low HP, but they pack a punch, man. They're like a glass cannon.
Oh yeah.
So very cool. That's movement and action from Val because it only had one kind of roll left. So no one rolls a D4 for this one. The entirety of the platform just fully collapses, and you guys feel like the ground shake as the platform and rock and everything just splatter everywhere.
Dang.
And gets scattered everywhere. So sorry, as rock gets scattered everywhere. But the tower itself, you could tell it's not super stable at this point. But as that happens, especially because Val was the one dealing with him, there's no one currently attacking the tower itself. So it doesn't look like it's taking any more additional damage.
Nice.
Very cool. Well, that magic user, he went to bed.
Does Boogie hear it that time? Does he hear it? Does he hear the saying that time?
Well, he
Say
only
it
said
now.
it once. He only said it once.
Turn it.
But reinvigorated with some health, the guard after he finishes, and so yeah, and then you just finish with your daily affirmations. He's like he looks at you, he's like 1 second, and is gonna take a swipe at the guy in front of him. Clearly it worked. 17 and a 15 to hit.
Let's go.
6 points of damage, 9 points of damage for 15.
Mm-hmm.
As he finishes up that other guy, just and then looks at you guys and just says, I told you all, we got this.
As a piece of the tower crumbles on top of him.
It's very cinematic for anybody that's at the right angle. He's like, we got this. Platform falls behind him. But he's doing great. At this point, speaking of the tower, you see that Helena has literally 2 people on each shoulder as she's just like walking, or she's like running out, and she gets like far enough away from the tower itself so that like debris isn't falling. But on the west side, there are some like pillars mirrored from the east side, and you see that she puts down 2 of the attendants down on the pillar and seems to rest, and then goes and looks around and like surveys the situation, and that ends up using her full movement. But she starts, like, you could tell she's about to start heading towards where the rest of the combat is. Cool. This guy's gonna take, there's really only one guy left. You see that he's starting to like look around, and he's gonna take swipes at Pierce. 17 and a 5.
One of them hits.
You get hit for 9 points of slashing damage, rounded down to 4.
Nice.
Gotta love Barbarian Rage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And barbarian health.
Yeah,
So-
for real.
I have so much health.
We get it. Okay. Oh, we get it.
I almost died.
But yeah, as this guy's already like slashed you twice, and you could tell like it's obviously hurting, but it's not causing as much damage as like a normal like sword attack would. He looks at you, he's like, what is wrong with you? And he's continuing to like, you could tell like more and more nervous as like each second is passing. Very cool. Is going to be Weaver. And then you guys see Weavers followed close by, along with some other people that were like up there, as well as like that older man that kind of did the blessing. You see that Weaver runs out, and her parents are close behind, kind of floating on a disc that you guys can kind of see a little bit better. Is like hardened air, but it seems like everyone's made it out of the tower at this point. Everyone, go ahead and give me perception checks.
Aha, not 20.
Nat 20.
17.
8.
8. Specifically just because gotta honor a nat 20. You see that man that was over by the pillar, you haven't met him, Pierce. You see that a man like in black though goes behind the pillar, and then you don't see him.
Another man?
It was Gilmore.
Oh, okay.
Pierce just hasn't met him.
But yeah,
okay.
I don't know Gilmore.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah,
it.
but you see that this man kind of like looks around, nods, and then goes around behind the pillar, and then just you don't know if he's hiding behind the pillar or not.
Got it.
But that is going to be Pierce followed by Buka.
For some potential flare, I'm actually gonna unarmed strike first.
Yeah, go for it.
Yes. 20.
Hits -4.
16.
Also hits.
Oh wait, no, I don't get to roll the d20 for damage.
Can you imagine?
Sick.
That'll be for 9 damage.
9 points of damage. He is looking very hurt.
Well, I'm pissed. My dramatic flare didn't happen at the right time. I was setting myself up for a finishing move.
It still looks very cool though. Buka, you are up with Val on deck.
For dramatic effect, I'm going to swing my sheath around so it whistles. I want to almost in a pirouette motion spin around Pierce around the back end of it so I can stab at the soldier from his side.
Go ahead and roll.
Oh my god, if you put him down, I'm gonna be pissed.
Please don't miss. Please don't miss. That's a nat 20.
Oh my god. Why couldn't one of mine been on that 20?
So
Be so mad.
you had +5, right?
I have a +5, yeah.
All you need to do
Yeah.
is roll higher than 5 damage.
I need to roll higher than 5.
Yes.
Okay. So 2d8 +5. Okay.
Is that including the fact that he doubles his dice rolls?
That's a 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, just an idiot.
Yeah. So my first roll is a 3.
You just need 3 or higher.
That's a 3.
What does it look like as you take this guy out? You see, as you're next to him, you see Pierce does this like punch to the gut, and he like takes a swipe up, and it leaves him like fully exposed.
Yeah.
What do you do for the finishing blow?
I see that he's created an opening for me, and I whistle my sheath around in the wind as the tower is collapsing behind us. And as I spin around, I fencer poke him right in the ribs, through the ribs to his heart,
And he just collapses to the ground. We are out of initiative as this is happening. Buka, go ahead and roll me. So dust is starting to settle. Everything's collapsing. Buka, go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Okay.
You're trying to beat a 19.
Dear Lord. A dexterity saving throw? I get a +5. I rolled a 19 +5, 24.
You go and you feel like a hand behind you tries to like grab the helm that you're wearing.
Oh, sick.
But you succeed. So
Yeah. I duck away from it and spin to face who's grabbing at my helmet.
you see that Helena is behind you.
Mhm.
And just says, I know all the men here. Who are you? And that's where we're going to end tonight's session, baby.
Wow. Dang.
Good job.
I almost died.
I think we all almost died.